But he does have to kill the front tormentor, which only has 6 boxes left, because if he doesn't, it's obviously close enough.
You mean the front Desolator?
That's what I meant to say, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember their original names from when we first did them, like Quavash and stuff like
Looks
that.
like we're back going on Twitch.
So he has positioned himself outside of the threat range of the back one, in the kill box. Obviously in the threat range of the front one, but it's only got 6 boxes left. It's probably going to die here any second now.
Starting to sling some spells.
I mean, he does have 15 Fury. So PAL 12 dice off 9. Looks like he gets nothing. This is, like you said, some spell slinging going down. All right, so he's going to cast another offensive spell. Now,
He's currently checking and seeing what the Lamenter can get up to with all of the various debuffs.
yeah.
I don't think one of the things they've been calculating is if the Hermit can get up there. That doesn't seem super likely.
No, it's not happening. But I mean, Zal is in the threat range of a Lamenter.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like he casted Vision on Zal to keep himself a little bit safe. Yeah, so he visions
He's going to
himself.
vision himself. Yeah. And then he's dropping down to 4 Fury.
Okay. So he did not chuck another Hex Blast into the heavy.
Reconsidering.
Oh no, I guess he's deciding between visioning Zal and throwing another Hex Blast to take the heavy out to free up the Mammoth from having to do it.
Right. I think he's going to go with the spell. Nuke.
No. He's going with Vision, and he's ditching down to 4 Fury. So yeah, Mammoth is now activating. So that is the play. Not going to Hex Blast, keep Vision on. Is he charging or is he shooting?
So it's charging in. Moving the flag wherever he wants.
Well, he's just... Unfortunately, the Mammoth has a minor bit of overhang over the base and just sort of grabbed it and clipped it. Now, the thing is, the Mammoth has a 3-inch melee since it changes in CID, so he's backing up. He realized he was pushing that model. Brett put it out, pushed it out, pointed out to him, and Jason was like, okay, my bad, just backed up. Gets within 3-inch melee, hits him, because these guys are only def 10, and just obliterates him with one punch.
One quick update.
I'm ready.
The Desolator is slightly more righteous than you expected and is defense 11. They're going now and trying to set up a ring around the zone.
Around the Rosie.
End of the round, what I'm expecting to see the score be is 4-1.
Yes.
Puts Brett in a bit of a precarious situation. Yes.
Yeah, score is, in fact, 4-1.
Bottom of round 4.
Now, Jason did leave his 2 Immortals towards the outer edge of the bottom zone, which does mean they are in prime get ambushed range if Brett remembers. Brett has remembered. He goes to their measures and he goes, that obstruction is problematic. And we just hear Jason exclaim happily, yes.
Finally removes his feat token and apologizes.
Okay, the objective is healing Zadaroth. Because Zadaroth took a little bit of splash damage earlier.
Brett spends some time figuring out his turn, which justifiably so, but he is in a little bit of a time predicament.
I mean, he's 2 CP away from losing.
That's also true.
You know, he's got to figure it out now. If you just contest, you have to do so with something that the Mammoth isn't going to trivially remove, which he does not have a ton of. Alternatively, Lamenter goes in on Zal. You roll your pants off, and you still probably don't kill it.
Yeah, I don't see how that's even mathematically feasible.
It's not. Not with vision.
Yeah.
And 4
transfers. He would have to figure out a way, which I don't know how he does with his current board state, figure out a way to kill the Mammoth first so that...
Yeah, I have no idea. So he said,
granted, he could get the Hermit debuff there. But I still don't know how he would.
What's Zadaroth's personal output again?
Personal output?
Yeah, like if Zadaroth charges the Mammoth, what are we looking at? This is not going to happen, but this is just out of curiosity. It's
her Infernal Touch is range 1, power strength 10.
10.
Would likely be better off doing her POW 14 gun with reload 1.
Sure. And the Hermit can definitely get in on the Mammoth.
Ambush.
The Mammoth
is ambushing. And it looks like he's coming from the top zone.
Oh.
Which I'm not sure I expected at this point.
I did not either. But you know what they say about Brett Ward playing Jason Watt on stream at LCQ? Expect the unexpected.
They do say that.
That have been saying that for years.
Yes.
Now, obviously, the Cloud will be played both ways for both players in terms of line of sight. Even though it's not a Cloud, at least the way they were playing it and the way they seem to have agreed upon it. So it's just a burning piece of stuff.
Does look like there's 3 Fury currently on the Mammoth.
Yep. Yeah, he can't max out his only transfer target.
Yeah.
That would be
Fury
crazy.
5 Beast?
That sounds right. That sounds right. I mean, because all it did was...
I think that there's a good chance that the way this is going to play out is that Brett's going to get his turn down to just a few minutes left on his clock by the time he's done with this turn. Mm-hmm. Jason will continue applying the attrition scenario advantage, and then Brett will clock out by the time the next round is done.
Sure. I mean, very, very possible.
That is my bold prediction.
I see I pick it up what you're putting down. Alternatively, Brett charges the Mammoth with the Desolator. Gives it -2 armor. Gets the Hermit up there. Runs it.
So the Hermit's going right now and getting essence onto stuff.
Okay, so we're not done yet. For the -4 armor swing, those cultists charge the Mammoth. Roll their booties off.
The cultists that are deployed to the north now?
Yeah, you're not listening. Then Zadaroth comes in, sprays it twice, and you manage to actually kill it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Then that Lamenter gets into Zal and goes through vision. Then with its a second initial and then remaining of bot attacks, manages to kill him. Oh. Now, the possibility of this happening is 0.
Yeah, at this point, 0.0%.
Yeah, 0.0%.
Yes. The Colts they're going to be getting essence onto some lovely horrors.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to get some of them where he wants them to go, which he has declared to be problematic.
What do you say exactly?
You said that's problematic.
Is that what he said exactly?
Yes.
Okay. You had said it in the way that it felt like you were trying to PGify what he said.
I would,
if
maybe, I had,
maybe
are you wanting me to just unleash on the stream?
Hey, I'm just always checking on you, Jay.
Oh, okay.
Got to keep you on your toes. No, from every time I've been on your podcast, I know that you don't like to curse a lot.
That's true, yeah. That's me.
I still think, obviously, you have to start doing something to the Mammoth, right, if you want to conceivably get back in this game. If that thing lives for another turn or is at least severely crippled, hell, even if it's
honestly,
severely crippled.
I'm not entirely certain what the best plan is for him to come back at this point. It's a pretty rough situation.
Yeah.
I think he is trying to set up having the Desolator charge into the Mammoth.
I agree.
And try to have it get as much done as possible. But the problem is that it just doesn't hit very hard.
The upkeep, what did he just hit it with? Eilish. Looks
yeah,
like Eilish came up and did some damage.
Eilish? What?
Eilish. Eilish. I don't know. I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Okay, William.
You're sass, I'm telling you.
Well, as a fluff bunny,
Yeah.
The proper pronunciation of various names is very important to me.
Obviously.
Yes.
Obviously. So you know the titles of all three Infernal Masters without looking, right?
So Almadamos would be the Black Gate.
Of course.
Yes.
Awesome.
Zadaroth would be the Shadow Weaver. Weaver of Shadows.
You tell me. I'm asking.
Weaver of Shadows, yes.
Oh, you had to look. You looked at
No,
the
I
screen.
said Weaver of Shadows.
All right.
Agathon, the Voice in the Darkness, obviously.
Obviously. Okay, obviously.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You've been promoted. You are now head Fluff Bunny.
Getting a shot off
With
I believe it missed and deviating. I believe the main purpose of what he's trying to do is to get it's not called Road to War, but an advance, 3-inch advance out of his Desolator.
Warpath?
Pretty sure it's not Warpath either.
Is it not Warpath or Road to War? 'Cause that's this.
This is for Rites of Torment, because, of course, we can't call a spell
Oh, that's right.
that affects Infernals.
Yeah. They're all the same ability, right?
No, I'm aware.
I'm
aware that you need to have a different name because reasons.
Yeah. All right. Jason just removing guys in mass as the heavies in the top zone are going ham.
It'll be interesting to see what he ends up using to contest that other zone. It's possible that I don't think that Tormentor's going to have enough movement to get over into the zone. Eilish nobly sacrificed himself to...
Valen Hawk charged. Let's get a top-down view of this one. Valen Hawk charging right under the tusks of the Mammoth. This is dice off 2 with all the various buffs that have been stacked. And it's a good start with a little 12 damage in there. So I assume the summoned Desolator is going to get filled up by the nearby cultists, and then... Oh, no, just going in.
He's already filled up.
Oh, he already filled it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there's the essence
Charging for
points.
free.
Yep. Valen Hawk is really important.
Yeah, there's some questions about moving through your own stuff. So Valen Hawk has Tactician, which is allowing him to move his stuff through his own models.
So this is dice off 2.
Dice off 2.
Yeah. The spray hit but didn't do any damage, and now the punches are all dice off 2. So making his 2 initial punches.
If you are in pod AA,
Okay. Basically, he gets to buy 4 attacks at dice off 2 every time.
3 points.
He may not get this done.
Yeah, it's not looking good so far.
Yep. He's hitting on anything but snakes. Dice off 2.
8 to 5.
That helps. That helps. That helps.
Still a lot of points in that heavy.
Oh. Okay, so
4
to
to
5.
finish it off. He's still doing fairly strong. He's opting to not.
Yeah, he wants to pay the tithe and not have it disappear, right?
Dice off 2 on this with the gate going.
Yep, Gate's going to get some shots in.
10 points. It's going to have a reload. It's got a little bit left.
Yeah, Mammoth. But we hear Britt go, it's a good thing I just blocked all my landing zones for the Lamenter.
Narrator. It was not a good thing. It's unfortunate that the Infernal Gate looked like it basically just had 1 soul on it.
Yes.
If it had been up to 3, you would have seen, I think, him
reload and
boost damage, reload, and then boost damage again, and
Yes.
that likely would have killed it.
Agreed. So, Jay, I do believe that your original estimation that this game is going to go to clock on Brett, as Jason has not a trivial turn, but he doesn't have hardly any much
He just
pressure
needs
on.
to continue applying the boot,
Yeah.
keep his clock advantage, and then Brett loses on time.
Also, as far as I can tell, does Brett have anything contesting the bottom zone?
Not yet. I'm not sure if this Tormentor who came here, if he has enough movement to move right there and contest. I'm guessing that might be his plan right now on what he's going to do.
Yeah. So the cultists, we're going to switch to the overhead view here. We can see the fight happening up there. The cultist unit that is charged in, fighting some of the immortals that have taken the top zone and are just chewing through them. Looks like he got just a handful of the immortals, but the gang bonus did allow that roll
And
to actually hit.
a backstrike bonus as
Yeah.
well.
All right. And so the cultists come in. As usual, the Dark Sentinels do get decent work done.
The unfortunate thing for Brett is that if he did end up killing that, if he'd managed to kill the Mammoth, Jason wouldn't have had much left. And if he was doing better on clock.
Yeah.
So 2 ifs.
two big ifs, yeah.
If he was doing better on clock and if he'd killed that Mammoth, it feels like he would be in a dominant position.
Correct. But
And both of those are things that could have happened this game.
yes, they could have.
But
they did not.
they have not.
Yeah. And often that is the difference between winning and losing is a few major decisions. Let's go back to our standard view. Actually, you know what? Let's take a second here and let's just enjoy the players. See, the rest of the LCQ, they went to single elimination at the end round, so everyone is done playing. So right now it's just these 2 players going at it, and then those that can sit in view distance, either watching the game or playing on their phone. That gentleman right there in the gray hoodie, I'm not sure what's going on, but it seemed to be important. All right, limit. Lamenter goes up.
Now he's tithing. So this, in my opinion, is a mistake by Brett.
Well, Brett scored 2 to Jason's 1, so it's now score 3 to 5.
Right. So the part that I'll point out here real quickly.
Yeah, we're going to update the scores, and then we'll get the telestration out. And I want you to educate our viewers, Jay.
Okay.
As only you can.
I don't think that's true, but
let me talk you up.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. So something we saw last turn, we had Eilish here. He came up. He did a spell on him, got rid of a spell, and then came up into this area.
Yeah, and then he turned into a monster. Yeah.
And then this monster, the way the rules work is he doesn't have an attack, but he can move. And so I guess it's possible that he consciously decided that this was the best place for the Tormentor, but I don't know why. And so I think that it...
Somebody's asking how did Brett score 2 points? It would be the top zone and the flag at the top. The bottom flag is being contested, and I do believe Brett has has a solo on the top flag at the moment.
I don't know how he would score the top zone because he doesn't have the entire unit in there, as near as I can tell.
So
it needs to be a unit scoring that zone.
Yeah, it's.
Are we sure that it's 5-3?
I mean, we can actually see on their little marker there on the bottom, they've marked it as 5-3. So that is definitely the score.
It's definitely what they believe the score is.
So we can go check. We'll have Tony, our video producer, go talk to the table judge and ask him a couple questions. He's going to make his way through a little crowd at the base of the table who are not on their phones, who are watching the game.
That doesn't matter.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my headset off for a second.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk over there, and I'm going to look at the table. So would you entertain the masses, Jay?
This is my opportunity.
You do you. I'm going to come back and look at Twitch chat, by the way.
Okay, awesome. So we're sending Hungerford on a top urgent mission. Jason's planning out his turn. Really, at this point, it feels like he just needs to play conservatively, and he'll get this wrapped up. Brett is not going to be able to catch up in 5 minutes. I think he's going to end up spending a little bit of time healing the mammoth so it has all of its aspects back.
I have an answer.
Okay, great.
So you see the heavy in the top zone, and you see directly underneath it, there's that single cultist right there.
Okay.
That is a lone cultist of a unit.
Okay.
It is a by itself surviving cultist.
There you go.
It ran into the zone to take it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And what you can't see on the other side of the flag is standing on the other side of the flag. That's the hermit.
Right, yeah.
I know it's a little hard to make out. What did you talk about while I was gone?
Well, the people wanted some Dank Doom memes.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do that without you here. So now's a great time while Jason is exploring the...
No, interesting things are happening with Zal. Let's call the action.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Zal moves up.
So we've got Paul Atreides standing up, talking to his siege. And the first panel is he says, so, and he said, did you guys hear? And he's looking out at his siege. And then he says that Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. And the response is, we know already.
Oh, my God. That is pretty dank, though.
It is.
It's not necessarily very Dune.
So this is an Ancestral Guardian coming in?
Paul Atreides is he's the worm, right?
No.
He's the big worm that comes out of the ground?
No.
The black and white striped one that eats Beetlejuice?
No.
No? Okay.
It's his son that becomes the God Emperor of Dune and a worm.
He's the guy that floats in the air and cracks in half?
Also no.
Okay.
Rimwall says, any news of upcoming changes?
We talked about that a little bit earlier.
Yeah, talked about that earlier.
So what we're talking about, Jason's like, if I move the mammoth forward, I will bulldoze these guys. So it looks like his unit of immortals, he's just moving.
Getting out of the way so
Yeah,
they're going to continue scoring the zone.
Yes. Yeah. Now we hear Jason saying, okay, I've got room to walk through with the mammoth. So I think what we're going to see is we're going to see the mammoth basically shove the heavy away from the flag so it's not contesting anymore.
I think it's going to probably move the mammoth. Let's see if I can get this illustration right. I think he's going to push this over here. Then the mammoth will come over here and do some attacks on both of them.
Oh, is that back one still contesting? Okay, so yeah, he's
okay. So he's actually bulldozing this way. Then he's going to do attacks and kill those two.
Yeah, I just can't tell if that back one is in contest range. If I'm looking at the top-down view here, that is probably 4 inches. So. Oh, no, he's swinging on Valiant Hawk. Let's go to the top
okay.
down. Yeah, I forgot that's what he's looking at. I think the other one is out of range. He's got to take out Valiant Hawk and the other heavy.
Okay.
He murders Valiant Hawk with the first initial. Next initial is going on the Desolator closest to him. It hits. It's power 18. It does 8 points of damage to it. It's going to do the third initial, so these are the Tusks. Was this POW 19? So straight dice here. Gets him for 7. He's going to buy another Powerful Strength 19 swing on the Desolator. Hits. Does 8 more. Leaves him on what? 1 box? 2 boxes?
Yeah, 1 it looks like.
Yep.
And that's going to do it.
Yep. Kills him. So
now he's going for the Tormentor.
Yep. He actually misses that attack.
He's on 4. He's got 1 more open, so he's going to keep the transfers available. Not that he has many hit points left, but it's going to go to 7-4.
Yep. So the score is now Jason 7, Brett 4. So Brett still got that top zone, but Jason got something to contest the flag where the Hermit was. Boop. So it looks like Rebuke's being upkept on one of the units, and Infernal version of Road to War is being upkept as well.
Okay.
All right, Brett's got 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Let's see if he can pull this off. Brett's kind of in the tank for a moment, but I don't know that you've got time to tank. You just got time to do.
I think, I don't even know that this is possible, but I think that if I was trying to do a speed assassination run, what I would probably be looking at is Zadaroth in the gate, trying to kill here, have this Road to War over here, and then do a charge up on Zal.
Sure.
And I think that's basically all you have time for.
Yep. Well, Mammoth is taking some more hits. I'm doing dice off 6 here. Mammoth is gone. That is going to trigger Panic at the Disco. So the heavy does get to move. I think you're right.
He's got to hurry.
Yep. Here. Hermit comes over there.
Going to get out in essence on stuff. Oh, no. He's like, where's my... He's getting it on both of them.
Okay, drops the essence on everybody.
Tight time-wise.
All right, Brett, down to 3 minutes. He repositions back onto the flag. Okay, let's see what we've got coming up next. Is the cultist unit activating?
Seemed like he was... Maybe not.
There was one that was out of formation that moved up. The rest are going to go up.
Seems like he might have moved through his own models, which he can't do anymore.
I didn't catch it, honestly. I
Yeah.
didn't even see it. And there are 2 table judges watching, and so if that did happen, hopefully they caught it.
Getting extra essence out. It's going to be a question on if there's going to be how much this free strike is going to charge. Cause. Gets a horror out. I don't know why you would spend time on that right now.
Do you think he knows how much time he has left?
He might. He must not at this point. It's looking like he's going to end up clocking out without. He might be trying to trigger the Lamenter going over and being able to get in as well, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he's going to try to have that Tormentor.
Oh, the Tormentor's going to try. He's going to stop the free strike. Well, he's got a minute and 30. Here you go.
It's going to need to be rolling.
There's 7 damage. Hits it again with the second initial. Kills it.
Kills it.
All right, and here it goes. You have... Tormentor charges the objective.
Ooh.
Six damage.
Killed the objective now.
Gains 1 CP. Goes to 5.
He runs over there to contest with the Lamenter.
Yeah.
Moves the Tormentor over.
Sure. Moves the Arbor Guardian. Runs the unit. So he scores 2 points. He goes 7 to 7.
7 to 8.
Sorry, it's 8 to 7 because he killed his objective. So Brett's got 8. Jason's got 7.
And it doesn't matter.
What round are we on? The bottom, top of 6? Or are we top of 7?
Or to the top is 6, I believe. Top is 6.
Top of 6.
AKA still doesn't matter.
No. Also, time needs to go off of Brett right now. Oh, he's still paying tithe. Goes back to Jason, rocking 9 seconds. I was like, why is the time on him? And Jason was like, you need to pay tithe. And he's like, I pay tithe. So Jason's got a leisurely 11 minutes. Zal decides to charge
on up.
I mean, he could run Zal at this point.
It's true.
It doesn't matter. Brett's got 9 seconds.
He could possibly do one charge, get one charge attack. I don't think he can crank it enough to kill it in one shot.
All he's got to do is kill the heavy.
There's no transfers.
There's no transfers, but
Dodges.
he misses. He dodges. He's still contesting. Oh, I think I know what Brett's going for. He's trying to put him in a position where at the end of his turn, he's still going to score the same amount. Then Brett can simply go, I end my turn.
Right.
And then wins on score. Because Brett can just be like, there's no 15-second minimum rule anymore. He can just be like, I activate everything.
He's going to have to pay his tithe.
Yeah. You know, just say, I activate everything, I end my turn. I don't pay any of my tithes.
Yeah.
Except for the ones that have to contest.
One thing that I would do if I was Jason is that there's one of the things that a lot of people consider doing in this instance is doing your turn slow to make sure that you do it perfectly, where you've got such a big time advantage. But I think a lot of times that's a mistake because that also gives your opponent the chance for him to plan out like his perfect turn in his few seconds. And so if you're like, okay, I'm going to go fast too, and now go. You have to do what you have to do in a few seconds without any plan.
Yeah. One thing that was pretty funny is Jason was moving that model up to prevent the counter charge from the heavy.
Right.
And Brett goes, if I counter charge you, I lose on time. He was like...
He is aware then.
Yeah, he's aware. He knows he has 9 seconds left. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pass turn.
And it's done.
Done. That's time. Yeah, it looks like he would had to go for the assassination. He couldn't have conceivably won on CPs. So his time just ran out. He went to make an attack on Zal, and then here we see them talking about the after action of what's going on. Everyone is definitely paying attention to the game. Oh, and we even hear Brett say, like, so Jason was like, you could have done this, this, and this to win on or to do stuff on CPs, and Brett says, I can't conceivably tithe that fast. And Jason goes, oh, that's right, yeah, you wouldn't have been able to. So, well, thank you, everyone, for joining us. I hope you had a good game.
Yeah, it was an interesting matchup. Brett did a good job of, he actually got to a position, we had said at the start of it, it was going to be interesting to see which force could out-attrition the other, and Brett actually managed to do that.
Yes, he did.
If he had had more time, it seems pretty evident that he would have ended up getting the scenario victory.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I agree.
That was a good match and interesting how it played out.
Yeah, and congratulations to Jason Watt for winning the LCQ after 7 rounds. He's going to be playing in the Invitational starting in a few hours. At like 8 p.m. Central. Yep. We won't be streaming those tonight. We won't have any other streams today. We will start streaming again tomorrow morning, where we do the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals of the Warfare Weekend Invitational. So until tomorrow, everybody, have a good night, and we'll see you then. Bye.
Thanks a lot.